All right, everyone, welcome to the Monday edition of the Market Wrap-Up with myself, Michael Nauss from Stats Edge Trading. What we do on this channel every day is we go through crypto, FX, and stock markets, try to figure what's going on there. One addition that I'm going to make to it is actually share the link of all of the stocks and the areas that I'm interested in them and notes on each individual name in the actual email newsletter. So if you want that, go to statsedgetrading.com, sign up for the newsletter there. Basically what it does is if you have trade ideas, you can just actually take this link, you can copy and paste it in the system, and it will just have a list of stocks that I'm watching. And I'm going to do that every day, so you can just get the email every day and go in and copy that in. So not only do you have the screenshots that I include in the email, the screenshots of all the charts we're going to go through, but also that email or also that watch list that you can update every day. So go check that out. If you don't have trade ideas yet, give it a shot for a month. Use ticker StatsEdge15 at checkout. So just two traditional currencies, I guess, or alternative investments to look at. One here is Bitcoin. Again, just still chopping in this range. Until we get a decisive move above or below it, there's really nothing to do here in the crypto space. I'm still heavily long Mara from 10. It says over 60% on that one. That's enough for me. I would like to buy some Bitcoin, but I do need it to clear this level right here. Also, this Aussie yen, nice little pullback here on Aussie yen. This kind of bull flag continues. So looking to see if this resolves to the upside. So now into the stock market, we're going to start here looking at the SPY, and really not a whole lot to add from my analysis at the end of the week, because this is just today's candle, right? I'll zoom in a little bit to make it easier to see, but nothing really happened, right? It's just a kind of an inside choppy day, and that was for a lot of things in the market. So again, when you have a big push up like this, right, you have this kind of big push up, and then you have this sideways consolidation. That's good. That's the setup for a bull flag, right? Is a big push up, sideways consolidation, and then you hopefully is going to push higher. And again, I have to bet in the direction of a trend. As a technician who knows that trends resolve often to the upside. ARKK is also here on the list. Very interesting look here on ARK. We have this kind of bull flag or ascending triangle look going on here. Again, if we go back to what the S&P 500 did today with that kind of choppy do nothing day, and then this big solid bar on ARK, this nice strong bar here on ARKK makes me think that there may be something brewing there under the hood. And again, I use ARK as my proxy for, junky kind of stocks and things like that. Semiconductors, right, getting tight here, big push up on the AI news, and now we're just getting tighter and tighter. So if we resolve this to the upside, that might be the next catalyst for things to get going. And then KRE continues to hold on. So, if you've been watching these videos for a while, this has been a bit of a saga for me playing this KRE. Bought a little bit at 40, sold some here, bought a little bit more in through there, sold some here, and then bought a little bit more here. Again, I'm trying to trade around a bit of a core position so that if I'm correct and KRE wants to move higher, then I have this nice core position that I can hold and kind of put away somewhere. Because if banks are done exploding, then this thing could kind of move a little bit higher and chop to the upside. But if I'm incorrect and it breaks down and I have to stop out of the rest of the position, it will still probably be a net even play with the little bit of trading that I've done around this position. So again, I'm not going to go through everything in the watch list here, but I will go through a fair amount of it. And the cool thing is, now that I figured this out, is we'll be able just to go through and I think these are triggering the after hours, so I have to remove some of these. But it will send you this list if you just take the link that's in the email description. It will just have these individual names for you, and it will also have the area at which this blue line was the area which I'm interested in, and then you can see little notes that talks about what play, right? So this one's an A view app from Gap and all that kind of stuff, just to keep everything kind of nice and organized if you want to follow along with some of the trades and obviously make them your own. So what did I do today? So 2 trades triggered today. So one was MORF. It shows up here, but actually triggered right in this area right here. We had this on the list going into the weekend, basically just because it was holding the anchored view app from this massive candle right here, and it looked like it was pushing higher. And this one had an 8% short float, so that was kind of interesting to see if this could push higher. Another one that triggered today was Ring, and Ring was an anchored view app from this kind of major swing low, maybe an all-time low on this one, and looking to see if we can get a push higher on that one. So a couple that I've added today. So this DT is from TI Strength, which is a relative strength scanner that we have at Trade Ideas, something that I built myself and really a fan of, that's just looking for really, really strong names. So this is just a really big bull flag, but it came from this algorithm that there's been some back testing and stuff to make sure it makes sense as a trade. Adobe, basically the same thing, came from that same type of area where we have Adobe just showing that it's really, really strong, breaking out here today. I think 500 whole number. So I want to see some strength in Adobe tomorrow. If it can get over that 500 bucks, that's the trade I want to take on that. GBX right here. GBX is an anchored view app. And again, I can see the notes right here, a view app from Gap. So basically what I do is I just anchor them right before the gap that occurs, comes in and tags that and then starts to curl higher. That's interesting to me. This Monday.com we've had on here for a while, and it's just continuing to hold. So, right, it pulls back in like 3 or 4 days now. If you include this, it's probably 5 or 6 days. We come into this and we hold, and we come into this and we hold. We got about a 14% short float in this name. So if this can kind of coil and push higher, that's what I'm looking for that on Monday. And then same with this VEEV, 200 bucks I think is the area for this. It flirted a little bit above that before and pulled back, but again, you can see how, and this is again a scan that we have that we built in conjunction with Brian Shannon that I'm just in love with. That it's just, these turning points are just crazy where it comes in, holds that, and then starts to push higher. So that's what I'm looking for on them. I'm just looking for, hey, is there support? The gap tells me that there's some sort of news catalyst or momentum shift or fundamental stuff that I don't like. I'm not going to really care about or follow, but I know that's occurring because of this gap, right? The gap just tells me that a whole bunch of people bought this and it's pushing up. So if it's holding that, then that shows me that there are kind of dip buyers into this momentum. So that's what I'm looking for here too with this IMTX. We have CBay was on here as well, and you can see CBay right in through here, came back down, tagged that, sold a little bit under today, but then closed above it. So I'm just looking for this thing to turn higher, just to show me, okay, yeah, there is some momentum in this name. SWBI is just a flag, gapped up, ran higher on good news. This yellow line means that's earning, and then just getting really, really tight. Then we have Chewy. Chewy, again, we had a big push down. You can see the kind of obvious downtrend that's going on here, and then it gaps up to reverse that downtrend. Pushes up. Let's illustrate this a bit better, right? So here's your obvious downtrend. You don't need to be a CMT to know that that's a downtrend. And then it gaps up, negating a lot of that downtrend, pushes up, and now it comes down. It's finding support right at this anchored view app. So if it starts to push up from that anchored view app, then that might be a reversal of that trend, and the 17% of that short float might be looking to cover. Last is ACAD. I need to, and again, if you're a trade person, you didn't know this, you can just go in and type little notes into these. And this is just another TI Strength play. So this is showing up from TI Strength. Really, really strong bull flag at highs with a 7% short float. So again, if you're interested in getting all of these charts delivered directly to your inbox, and if you want access to this watch list, go to statsedgetrading.com, sign up for the email list there, and I will see you guys tomorrow.